Welcome back to tonight's edition of the Evening News, and we are at the I-24 News One-on-One. Joining me this evening, we have a very special guest. He has been a member of the Israeli Knesset Parliament since 1984 and is the longest-serving member of the Knesset, a veteran member of the Labour Party, Mr. Binyamin Ben Eliezer, Fouad Ben Eliezer. Welcome. Thank you very much for coming here. I'm going to give a little bit of introduction. Mr. Ben Eliezer has served as a Minister of Defense, the Minister of Trade and Labor, and various other official positions over the years, and currently sits on the Foreign Affairs and Defense Committee. Mr. Ben Eliezer is known for his close friendship with ousted Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak, and we will discuss the recent events taking place in Egypt together with other regional burning issues. Good evening again, Mr. Fouad Ben Eliezer. Thank you very much for coming here. And I'm going to open it with the question about Egypt, of course. Today, the ousted President Hosni Mubarak was released. The court decided to release him from the prison. What do you think he feels?
My feeling?
What he feels from,
first
from
of all,
your friendship with him.
Well, I'm happy for him. You know, I think that he deserves it. I mean, I know Mubarak for almost 30 years. I know him since he replaced Sadat. And since that time, especially when the time I became to be the Minister of Defense until now, I was a very close friend to him, and I visited him very often, and we have a lot in common. It's true that in the last 3 years before he left, he somehow lose control. And I think that he lose the control about what's happened down in the ground within the people of Egypt. But he will be always remembered as one of the leading leaders in the Middle East. He will be remembered as one of the best leaders. I mean, the Western world as a whole, America and the Middle East, owe him a lot, because he is the one that he guaranteed the stability in the Middle East for the last 3 decades. I know that. I was there. He was very well for the peace treaty between Israel and the Palestinians. Definitely, he kept very closely the peace between us and Egypt.
Do you think that his ouster was a mistake?
Of course.
Right now, looking at what is happening right now in Egypt.
Well, listen, I think that the fact that someone decide that he's out is outcome of something that happened in Egypt. You see, the people, when they kick him away, I would just put it that way. And I was in contact with him the late 5 evenings. Every night I was calling him until the night that he left to Sharm el-Sheikh. And I was in the picture all the time. I mean, all right, okay, he's out of the game. But what happened? What happened? You know, I'm listening to the Arabic language. I'm listening to the TV, to the radio. I see people. I say, we miss Mubarak. We miss Mubarak. Now, what's happened exactly? They just replaced what they call the military dictatorship. That's what they call the Mubarak administration, right? But with what replace it? With Islamistic.
You know, there's a phrase in Arabic that says خليك على منحوسك لا يجيك أنحس منه.
Right.
So, which means stay with the bad thing that you already have, instead of something even
they replace
worse
it with Islamistic dictatorship. You know what the Islamistic dictatorship? You remember what's happened in Sinai just 5 days ago? They executed 25 soldiers. Why? Why? How? Now, you know, another thing which is ironically, you know who nominated Sisi, General Sisi? Morsi. Now, he gave him all the plate. He's saying, I'm with you, whatever you want. Now, but Sisi came to the conclusion after almost 1 year that the way that Morsi and the Islamic Brotherhood is leading Egypt, that's going to be within 1 year something similar that what happened now in Iran.
And what is happening actually in Syria? Recently you said that it's better for Israel to deal with the current Syrian regime than with an unknown one, than with an unknown, let's say, rebels that or groups that Israel don't know how to deal with.
Okay.
Do you still agree with that after what we saw for the last 24 hours?
No. No, I don't think that we agree with that. I think listen, what happened in Egypt is concern Egypt. I mean, we have nothing to do with that, although we are just listening to the statement of Erdogan, which is nonsense. Nothing with the reality. We have excellent relation with the army. We have excellent relation with the military intelligence.
Even some kind of a cooperation between even Morsi and Israel was happening.
It's not Morsi. Here's the mistake. Morsi maybe give the green light, but the relation it's not relation more than coordination between the Egyptian military and the Israeli military, the Egyptian intelligence and the Israeli intelligence, which is good for both countries. I mean, still at least the two armies realize that to keep this relation, to keep the peace treaty as it is right now, is for the better of Egypt and for Israel. Listen, Egypt for me is very dear. I mean, I feel sorry because the majority, as you know, Egypt is secular. It's not exactly Islamic brothers, and those who lead the first revolution knocked away, and the Islamic Brotherhood took their place, and you see the results.
So, in what is happening? What is your opinion about what is happening in Syria right now?
Well, in Syria, the only thing that I can say that the world is the worst thing that I can say about it. You know, they are blaming us, everything that happened, blaming Israel. Okay. Do anyone realize what happened in Syria? It's massacre of nation. Hundreds of thousands of people and kids and women are dying in the street.
How come, Mr. Ben Eliezer, that the world is standing aside and not doing anything?
Why the world? Why don't you ask me how many times Obama have said the red line is here. Once they will use non-conventional weaponry, then we'll hit.
They are using it.
They use it. And today there are almost 100,000 people. You can see the pictures. I feel as a human being sorry. I shout more than the whole Western world, mainly Europe, that they keep their mouth shut, and the United Nations, they're just playing game and nothing else. Where's the United Nations? Where's Europe? Where's Obama? They are massacring a nation, a people in Syria. And no one say nothing. No one say nothing.
Do you think that Israel should intervene with what is happening?
No, we cannot do that. This is, I don't think that we have the right for that.
Why not?
Because it's internal problem. The only thing that we did that never happened in other countries, we open our hospitals to people that are wounded and in Syria. I have visited several times our hospitals in the north. It's amazing to speak with those people and to tell them and to see them crying while they are describing the situation there and say, where are you? Where is the world?
So let's get back a little bit to our region. Yesterday, the third round of negotiations between Israeli and the Palestinians took place in Jerusalem. Recently, you said that there is a small window of opportunities to get this negotiation back on track. Do you feel that this time it's the only or the last time that Israelis and Palestinians have the opportunity to get peace?
Let me put it very clear. I think this is the last chance. You know.
Do you think that it's the last chance?
Yeah, I will tell you why. Because it slowly became to be something non-reversible. You know, it's almost 500,000 Jews beyond the line. So, but on the other hand, I think that this time, I want to give some privilege to the Prime Minister. Maybe he is now serious and do realize that in the long run, it is bad for the Palestinians and it's bad for us. And if I am concerned, for example, to save the Jewish state is going to disappear. That's what's going to happen. And I hope that this time something will move. I, for example, think that someone should think what's going to happen after Abu Mazen. After Abu Mazen, don't get me wrong, the Hamas will take over. Do we want that?
Do you think that Israeli Prime Minister Binyamin Netanyahu is capable to reach an agreement with the Palestinians?
This is a different question. If he is capable, yes. If he wants to do that, this is a big question mark. This is two questions. He's capable. I think he has all the potential. I think he's clever enough. I'm speaking with him not once and not twice, and he do understand what's going on. He do understand the development happened in the Palestinian society. He do realize the interaction between what happened in the Middle East and the Palestinian-Israeli question. And I think that he should come to the conclusion, let us take this issue and put it aside and work with it day and night in order to come with some hope to our kids.
Do you think that the last election, the Israeli parties did a mistake in focusing on the social, economic situation in Israel, and not focusing on renewal of the negotiations and not focusing on foreign affairs?
Listen, I will tell you what are the answers from my kids and grandkids. They're just frustrated. They do not believe anyone anymore. Promises and promises and promises and promises.
Because the head of the Labour Party, Shelley Yachimowicz, made
a mistake. Shelley made a mistake that she ignored the
renewal of negotiations.
The issue that for that they kill one of our best leaders, the Prime Minister Rabin. I mean, we cannot ignore the fact that Israel, the Labour Party, should go simultaneously in two lines. One is the socio-economic one, and the second one is the political one. The political one is not less important. That was the two legs of the Labour Party all the time. And this time she put emphasis only in that. For that, we lost almost 8 mandates.
I'm going to take you maybe to your personal side. Are we expected to see you in the presidency office, Israeli presidency office?
Well, let me put it that way. First of all, we have a president, and he's very good, and I wish him all the best. Yeah, we have still to go another 10 months. I think that what you have rose here is a good idea.
Do you think that you're capable? Do you
Well,
want to be the president of Israel?
Listen, I think that I am right now not only the eldest member of parliament, but the member of parliament that have very many positions. I have been 7 times minister, acting prime minister, even some months as Speaker of the Knesset. I was the chairman of the Labour Party, so I have done everything, and I think that I am capable. But it's still far away, and when time comes, I will update you.
Do you think that you want to just maybe stand aside or stand on the peak of the hill and look at everything from a different point of view? Do you see now things from different point of view?
Definitely yes. Definitely yes. I mean, you know, the only thing that I can say is that I'm sorry that we lost time. We lost a lot of time. I mean, we could do. Just imagine that Rabin would be alive. What could happen here? In my vision, I see a lot of Israeli flags in the Middle East. But okay, Sarah, it's happened. and we have to do something in order to open the gates for the hope for our kids. When I say our kids, the kids of the region, the kids of us and the Palestinians. I'm working very, very hard in order to see a peace agreement between us and the Palestinians. Not because we need a peace, because I think that those are the people that we are very close to them. We are. I mean, I want to see why.
Unfortunately, I have to close this very interesting interview. Mr. Binyamin Fouad Ben Eliezer, thank you very much for coming to the studio. Maybe next time I will interview you as the president, the Israeli president. Maybe yes, maybe no.
I almost wanted to say inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you very much for this interview, and thank you our viewers for being with us. We'll be here tomorrow at the same place at the same time. Good night.